Welcome to Fighting Favorites, the podcast that feels like your second bowl of cereal.
Ooh.
A little indulgent. But
Yeah, it's not.
Just say 16-year-old Nate really relates there.
I like to laugh when I'm not supposed to. I think a sunset's best with a pink hue. I love to dance and I like fondue. But my favorite thing in the world is talking with you.
Like, hey, I don't think the first kilogram of sugar was enough.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Let's go for another 8
You don't eat all the cereal out and then dump a new bowl in the old milk, right? You get a new bowl you drink the milk and then
I drink
start
the
over.
milk
Drink
and
the
then
milk, because that milk gets warm.
Good, okay. Just making sure. Just making sure.
Totally drink the milk before
Nate, I knew you were going to be a dissenter like this. Nate's lactose intolerant, but
Oh, right.
oh man. Okay. Well, welcome again to our podcast.
Mhm.
With us today, we have the acoustic ace. His name is Nate Van Roosendaal.
The acoustic ace.
The
Wow.
acoustic ace.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I was fishing for a
That's
compliment
better
last time,
than,
but I don't know if I deserve
A
that
jester. Yeah.
one. Yeah, it's definitely a step up.
Also with us today, we have the snowboarding sorceress herself,
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Wow.
Stacy Grover.
Sorceress. I love that.
She
Sorceress
slays that mountain.
of
I
all
do.
snowboarding.
Wow, thank
Stacy
you.
was really a motivating factor when it came to snowboarding. She
Thank you.
really did drag me along.
We
with
really
her,
stuck
and
together, didn't we? Yeah.
I did come along for the ride. Also with us, the frenzied fishing fanatic.
Oh my goodness.
We have
Wow, you guys got 2. I got 3. Nice.
Yeah, that's
It's
special for
getting better
guests.
with time.
well,
Yeah.
I was actually introducing myself, but I'll get to you, Todd. No, that is Todd Oldroyd.
God.
Nice. I'll
Thanks for
take
coming
it.
back.
Ah,
Happy
great
to be
see
back.
you. Great to see you
Hi.
another week.
Yeah.
Good to see you're still into fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything changed for you guys since last time?
Yeah, I've
No,
actually
you still got that
completely
mustache.
dropped the snacky media persona and
Wow.
purely into staring off into space in complete silence. So
Wow.
And you started drinking milk.
Yeah, that too.
actually, my body has not allowed that yet, but I'm trying to.
Big milk drinker.
With time.
Big
With
milk
time.
drinker. And also we have me on the podcast. And I'm
We-
also a host, and my name is Adam.
We've got the podcasting, not popper, but the podcasting
Prince.
perfectionist. Prince, yes, that's it.
Perfectionist. The
The perfect podcast host.
I am a perfectionist, and I used to think a perfectionist was like a compliment to call somebody.
Then you're welcome.
Where I was like, oh, that a perfectionist is a good thing to call someone, because that just means that you're saying that they do really, really good at stuff and they make stuff like perfect. And then I realized it's like, oh no, that person is just really insecure and they can't handle the thought of being anything less than perfect. So I've taken a turn on perfectionism, but I am one. I just don't consider it a compliment.
The
anymore.
perfect podcast Prince, Adam Christensen.
There you go.
Oh, cute.
There it is.
That's what it is.
Some would call that perfect.
Cute. Yeah.
Well, it's so good to have you guys joining us for another week of Fighting Favorites. A festive week of Fighting Favorites.
Sure is.
Stacy over here in the Santa hat.
Mm-hmm.
And
Tis the season.
tis the season
Biz.
to, peek behind the podcasting screen here. We are
Wizard of Oz.
we are pre Thanksgiving right now, so it's the week of giving thanks for us.
Oh.
Mm.
Well, not quite. It's next week, but but this podcast is going to release in December. But we are still giving thanks, which is sort of the mission of our podcast. If you've never listened before, what we do on Fighting Favorites is we take 16 of our favorite things in the world and we match them up head to head in a bracket style tournament, and we just try to find out the thing we're most thankful for. Or just that we like the best, not necessarily grateful for.
Yes, they go hand in hand.
We're thankful for people feeding our egos. Yeah.
We're thankful
we are.
for all three of you.
For winning comebacks. And getting back at people who are snippy.
Indeed. This is what this is really going to be is all of Todd's friends, because all of our friends have stopped listening.
Yeah, there we go.
So
That's
really,
true.
we're just
welcome the fishing circle followers.
Yeah, all the
Yes.
we actually love fishing over here.
We love it.
You should stay for a while.
Make sure to tune into the previous episode. It's all about fishing. The whole thing. No one stops talking about it.
Yep. We're actually in a river the whole time.
Yeah. Indeed. Well, this week we're going through 16 of my favorite things because we got my good buddy Todd on. He is going to be joining us as a judge to judge 16 of my favorite things. And if you're just tuning in, the previous episode was of Todd's favorite things. So if you actually wanted to listen to that episode and you didn't care
Some good things there.
my favorite things, then that's the one you need to be listening to. But if you're still on board, here we go. The first matchup of round one. We have the feeling of being on top of or in control of your life. So just when you feel like you've got that control, when you
could
don't
you explain
feel like
this quite in depth?
I just feel like sometimes I feel like
I was waiting for your explanation. I was like, he's gonna say it and then explain it.
Sometimes I feel like, just between like work and other like different obligations that you don't have like any sort of control over what's going on, and that you're just being pulled from place to place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like having that like feeling of choice where you're just like, oh, this is what I want to be doing right now, and I'm going to focus my efforts here. It's just having that like freedom, or just being on top of, in the sense that you don't feel like you're drowning behind different like responsibilities and obligations where you're just like
keeping up with what you've got going on.
Yeah. You're driving the boat and the fish are swimming with you, Yeah. They're not
every fisherman's dream.
They're not overwhelming you like fish do when they grab you out of the boat.
To reel them in.
They just come up and say, "Hey, can you put a hook in my mouth?"
We all know. Yes.
Versus.
So being on top of or in control of your life versus listening to rain on the roof of your parked car.
Oh. I mean, both of those are really good. I think was it a few episodes ago? I think I talked just about that. There was a storm going on, sitting in my, I went and sat in my car.
I think I might have even mentioned, but I already had this written down, but I think I might have mentioned.
He stole it.
This is an original content here. Adam Christensen original. It's being in your car and listening to the rain hit the roof of it. That's that sound that I
love
like
it so much.
Okay, here we go, Todd. 3, 2, 1.
Being in control.
On top. Yep.
I forgot.
Wait, what did you say, Stacy?
Top of the world.
Top of the world.
Okay.
It's a lot of pressure, right? It's a lot of pressure.
My brain, all I could think is the first one.
And that's okay. Sometimes that will happen, is that I know which one I'm going with, but I cannot remember for the life of me what it was.
What it is.
But you still know
what it is. It happened to me with Jason. Yeah, like many times. I was just like, I don't know what I was going to say.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay. We're moving right along here.
Shout out to Rain.
Sleepovers when you were in elementary school or middle school. So just good old fashioned sleepovers when you'd have your friends over, versus This is maybe specific to performers, but maybe, just think about it in whatever context you want to.
Now you sound
watching,
like me.
and what I don't want to exclude anyone, and maybe other people. Maybe it's just me, and maybe people don't think about this the way that I think about it, and maybe
which is totally fine,
which is fine, and I don't want anybody to be offended by the things that I'm going to say.
Adam, if you just shaved your head right now, it would be like looking in the mirror.
But watching the recording of a performance you did and actually liking it.
Oh,
so this for me is has to do with singing.
Yeah,
but it could I could translate that over to like a sport, or
say it's like
fishing.
Could that like
video.
Relate with fitness content or something like that?
Oh, like thinking, I do have big muscles, things like that.
Stacey's a performer too.
Or, like, I mean, obviously, like having like good form and everything. It's like being able to watch that back and be like, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. So sleepovers versus watching a performance and liking it.
All right.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Watching performance.
Wow.
Now, Todd, are you like so clearly an excellent fisherman, going in dental school? Like, did you do like music or any type of performance?
No, that was like my biggest fear coming onto the show, is like every episode there's something about music. I am not there. Like, I am illiterate. Like, even what you were talking about in between or like before the podcast about like Adam teaching you stuff about, I'm like just lost in the sauce.
You can just ask him questions. He'll figure it out for you.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, any questions you have about music, literally just send Adam a message.
Well, that's maybe not any, but I mean, I do have that gene where I just am like, how hard could it be? And I will just look things up, and I'll be like, I'll watch tutorials. I just really believe that you can do anything that you want to do as long as you just like have the patience to sit through like a 5-minute video,
Yeah, that's good.
But anyway.
But fishing, you have a YouTube channel, so you must watch your like.
Yeah, well, I was thinking of like all the moments, like on the flip side, like my least favorite thing when you go back and watch footage and like the camera's not pointing the right place, or I forgot to turn the mic on and there's no audio, or the light is hitting the fish so you can't even see like how pretty it is, or like I'm thinking of all those times. So when you do go back and watch it and you're like, the stars lined up, it's perfect. That's that's a good feeling.
That's good. That's a good point.
Totally.
Okay, next up. When you have a big event or vacation that you're looking forward to, so you got something on the horizon that you're excited about.
Love that.
Versus when you go full Marie Kondo on everything you own. Just full declutter, where you just go through all your stuff and you're like, getting rid of stuff.
Oh, it's so good.
Minimalist.
No. Wait, what was the first one?
Having a big event or vacation that you're really looking forward to. So just something on the horizon that you're excited about.
Man, see, you don't even know that this is like, these are two big ones for Toddy Boy. Those are two.
Me too. This is a hard one.
These are big ones for me too. I looked at this and I was like, these could be finals.
Top two. Yeah.
These could be top two. Yeah. But here they are.
Already fighting against each other here.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Big event.
Planning a trip.
Yeah.
Big event?
Yeah.
Was that the one that... Okay. Yeah.
But Stacey went Marie Kondo, huh?
And this is the problem I have, is that all these bins in here are like things that my child's outgrown. But I'm like, I can make money on that. And so then I don't actually get rid of it. But I like clear my space and just move it to like another space.
Yeah.
But I do love like a decluttered space. I love it.
Yeah. Taking a big haul to Salvation Army or wherever.
Gosh, yes.
Did any of you guys ever watch the Marie Kondo or like
read her
inspired
book
by the movement? No, I watched it in college, and I remember like getting so inspired and just
Did it come out that long ago?
I mean,
wow, Nate.
What is long ago?
I mean,
not
okay,
really.
sorry.
No. Like 30 years ago.
You also have to remember that college for me was about 14 years. So.
Now hold on. I was thinking, didn't that happen like 2021? But then you said during college, I was like, wow. So like 2015, 2016, something like that. I just didn't think I was that far off.
I really can't remember when it was.
Maybe I think it was.
It might have been 2017-ish or something.
Yeah. It was huge. Everybody was like, I'm donating everything I own.
Yeah. I watched it and I was just like, does it spark joy? This. Yeah. And it is such a good like system to like just go through everything and like physically hold it. The other big thing that I had a problem with is I would hold on to a lot of like souvenirs or like memorabilia or things that I was just like, oh, I want this because it was a special thing. And what I started doing is I just started taking pictures of those things and then I get rid of them. And it's the same thing. I can still look back on it and I don't feel like I've lost it, but I don't have it just like sitting in my space, Yeah. So
Todd, you said those were big ones for you. Was there I know you voted for the big event. Was there something that you related to recently that just really hit home for you?
I love getting rid of stuff. I am like my wife is constantly getting me to quit just donating stuff. I like just find things and I'm like, I don't think we've used this in a week. Let's get rid of it. And like who needs a dishwasher? Like,
right. Yeah. Take it out.
Drop it off it.
Got 2 dishwashers right here.
But then planning, like I wasn't even thinking anticipating for a trip. I mean, that part too, but I love planning. Like I'll make an Excel sheet and like plan out like itinerary.
Like you, Todd, me, you.
Man, I freaking love that. That's my jam.
I like that.
I think become real.
This one is like, it's just very nice when you've got something that you're looking forward to.
Yeah, I agree.
It really just like
totally.
It boosts your mood. Like whenever I don't have something like that I'm like, oh, on the horizon is this, then I'm just a little bit more bummed. Me too. It's always a lot nicer when you've just got like a big thing that you're like, oh, I can't wait for this. That is a good one. I'm glad that's going.
I might vote for it next time.
Marie Kondo is also a good one.
Let's see what's up again.
Okay.
I should have probably moved Marie Kondo down a bracket, but because this is a bit of a weaker one. I don't know if this is going to resonate with you guys. We've got, and actually, this is Todd just did something like this. Warm, clean sheets. So it's kind of off of what Todd said in the last bracket versus avoiding a sunburn. So being out in the sun all day and you got through it and you didn't get burnt.
I'm locked in, Adam.
Okay.
Now Todd and Stacy both tan pretty good, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but then we can still burn.
That's true. That's true.
3, 2, 1. Avoiding a sunburn.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. Wow.
Sunburn clan.
Being sunburned is such an annoying thing to have to work around.
It is the worst.
It is the worst.
Okay, so I feel like for people who tan, it like goes, from a burn into a tan, or do you somehow, as somebody who's never tanned a day in their life,
explain this feeling?
Is it possible to avoid the burn and still get tan?
Yeah.
It's just slow.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
You use like a tanning oil, or you use like.
Ooh, okay, sure.
Because I can tan through sunscreen, right? It just like prevents the burning, but I can still get
a little glow.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I freckle through sunscreen. Like my freckles will get darker.
Right.
I mean, for me, it's just like, did I get burned or did I not get burned?
Okay. Right. Yeah.
So
your hand looks like a ghost right now.
Showing off the complexion.
I'm an apparition. Didn't you know that, Stacy?
Speaking of never seeing sun,
it's already begun winter.
I agree. My
me, I had to dial up
lighter.
the yellow tones on my computer just for me to appear tonight.
Oh my goodness.
See, Nate, you're my kind of people.
I gotta keep up with these days.
That's good.
Your hand looks.
Well, the light was hitting it perfectly.
I know, I'm holding the mic here.
And you were talking about tanning and it was like see-through almost.
Literally, my skin is neon, okay?
You're like a glowworm.
When people need to get tanned, they just say, hey, Nate, turn this way a little bit.
Yeah.
So that way I get my reflection onto them.
I'm
done.
As I feel like we also have to apply sunscreen more often.
Yes.
And so it is a much bigger win because
Seriously.
it means that you kept up. Because like you missed one of those 2-hour like windows that
You're
you need to
screwed.
reblock up and you're
Block up.
done. You're toasted.
Yeah.
I will, if it's been longer than 2 hours and I go inside and I'm like, oh, am I in pain? Oh my gosh, I did it.
I will set a timer on my watch. I set a 2-hour timer. And then like every 2 hours when I was in Hawaii, that's what I was doing. Every 2 hours I was blocking up.
Good.
Anyway, I'm sure this is exactly what our listeners want to hear about.
Yep.
So
And it's not like we've already done like
myself in sunscreen.
We've also done like a 10-minute sunscreen discussion on another episode.
we have.
This is something that really touches both
It's
Adam
really
and Nate's
part of
lives deeply.
our identity, okay. Next up, this is one that has been a bit of a hyperfixation for me recently. It's ChatGPT. And it's something that like I ignored for such a long time. And then only recently did I start like getting into it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it can do so many things. Like I have especially, and I hit on this a lot, but especially as someone with ADHD, it's just so nice to like have a place to just like spill all my thoughts and be like, organize this for me, make this make sense for me. Organize my schedule, like it's just such a powerful tool. And
So just ChatGPT in general.
ChatGPT. And I could probably come up with a ton of subtopics about that one. But ChatGPT versus watching a game show and knowing the answer before the contestants.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's real fun.
Okay.
Locked in.
3, 2, 1.
Chat.
Game show. Ooh.
ChatGPT, thank goodness. I love ChatGPT.
We used Gemini at my work, and it got to the point where I would use it every week. But as somebody who was like developing content for like training material, like it saves so much time up front. Like it by no means was something I could just ship out the door right away, but like getting 70% of the work done. Amazing.
I started using it for this podcast. I told you guys I wrote some code for it.
Right. Yeah.
And I was doing it in a language that I had never used before, which is Python. And I was just new to Python. And I was like, it was intimidating to get started. And I was like, hey, I want to write a code that automatically downloads our episodes and then sorts them into specific folders based on what the episode like number is.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want it to like organize all the files, and then I want it to move it all into this software over here, and then I want it to read the transcript and look for the time that we say welcome to Fighting Favorites and cut like 3 seconds before that, so all the audio is trimmed. And like I just had it take me through like step by step, and I'd never had any experience with Python before, and it just explained each step. And when I didn't understand something, I'd be like, can you explain that step in better detail? Mm-hmm. And it would expand the step. And I was just like, oh, anybody could do this. And it was just it's so cool. And it is one of those other things where I'm just like, I can do anything if I just have enough like patience, you know, like
and ChatGPT.
It's such a powerful tool. Anyway. Okay.
Is it helpful, Todd, for dental school right now?
I haven't really used it for dental school a whole lot, but I just started using it recently. I had it write me a plan. I've struggled with bench press my whole life. I've just gotten into the gym. I haven't been a gym guy. A couple years I've been into it, but I have these like long, lanky arms. I'm a tall guy, and just bench press just has never mechanically been my friend. And, but I've had this dream of hitting a certain weight my whole life. I'm like, man, once I get that, I'll be a man. Like, that's what I need right there. And, but I just like have not been able to get it no matter how hard I push. So I gave chat all my like parameters and how often I'm going and all this stuff. And was just like, this is my goal. And I want to hit it by the end of the year. And so then chat just wrote me a bunch of like plans. So it was like, on the first push day of the week, do this. On the second push day of the week, do this. And my bench is like starting to climb. And
it's seriously so crazy.
Awesome.
It's so
cool.
crazy.
That's a cool application. So I hadn't thought of.
Yeah, it's cool.
I've literally started using it for just like every aspect of my life. I'm just like, I wonder how ChatGPT can help me.
Yeah, it's wild.
So good. Okay. Next up, driving when there's nobody else on the road. Versus
love that.
When a film adaptation is better than the book. Now, I wrote this a long time ago, and I don't know what I'm referring to here. But
I was gonna say, I'm like, what are some examples there? You
know, the one that comes to my mind right now, and this is gonna put me in nerd jail.
Not nerd jail.
Nerds are gonna come after us now, Adam.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
They're the worst people to
As
come
a nerd, I know how bad that's gonna be.
I'm gonna say Lord of the Rings. I like the movies more than I've enjoyed the books. The books are hard for me to get through.
Ben Wyatt, I didn't care for Peter Jackson's
I didn't care for Peter Jackson's interpretation. No, the books just have a lot of flowery description, which is fine. Yeah. And some people like that more than others. But for me, I am a lot more plot based, where I just need things to be happening, or else it's hard for me to pay attention. And so the movie does streamline. I like it a lot better. Another one that comes to mind is Maze Runner, not the first one, but the other Maze Runners.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't read those.
The first Maze Runner was really good. The rest of the Maze Runners I did not care for. But
what was our first option?
Driving
when there's nobody else on the road.
Okay, I'm locked in.
Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Driving
when nobody else is on the road. Yep. Look at us.
Yeah.
I used to specifically take road trips like at 7 p.m. Like I'd start at 7 p.m. just because like I'd sleep all day and then I'd just leave in the night because I love not having to worry about anybody else on the road. I hate traffic. Next up, when you establish a new friend group versus, this one's a little sad maybe, but it's actually nice.
Okay.
Falling asleep after a good cry.
Aww.
Bittersweet, that one.
Yeah, but I do feel like that sleep is just like a much more relaxing sleep. I don't know why.
Yeah.
No, like, when you cry, it releases, what is it, serotonin?
Yeah. It's just a very peaceful sleep after that. And I wake up and I'm just like, oh, and I feel like my mood's better the next morning. And I'm just like, that was a good sleep.
Yeah. And the first one was establishing. So you're like
a new friend
making
group,
it happen.
When you have that first, like, are we going to be hanging out now?
Yeah. You get the group together and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Friend group.
Man,
as much as we love a good cry.
Unanimous here, yeah. I know that one is a little bit sad, but I didn't remember writing it down. These are all surprising me as I'm reading them.
Well after it.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. Okay. Last of this round. When you decide it's a hat day, which we all have today. We've all decided
more
that it's
often
a hat
than not.
Yeah.
Versus being great.
Perfect. Okay.
Hang on.
Wait, that's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
Being great at something on the first try. So when you're trying something for the first time and you just knock it out of the park, you didn't earn it. There's no reason.
It just happened.
For you. It just happened and you're just good at it. Versus when you just decide it's a hat day, when you're just like, you know what? I just don't want to deal. And today's just a hat day.
Yeah. Okay.
Which,
we all decided it was 3, 2, 1. Being good at something.
Ooh.
What was
That's the thing. I almost went with you, Todd, but
we picked being good at something.
Most days are hat days for me. And is it the same for you?
Yeah. Well, I like hats. I can't wear one at school. Like when I'm seeing, I don't wear hats that much. I like hats, but more, I was thinking, there's not many things where my first try, I'm good at it. Like, I feel like I'm just naturally like untalented. Like I have to like work super hard to get good at something and nothing comes easy.
Wow.
You can't think of a single thing where you just like, I think I'm not thinking of anything like super important. I'm thinking of like, you like start playing horseshoes or something. And then like all of a sudden you're just like, am I good at horseshoes? Like
cornhole.
Yeah. Just like so randomly you're just like, I don't know why I'm killing it, right? And maybe it is like skills you've
or maybe
earned
a
from
game.
other things. Like
Todd, you did mention a game on the last one.
Yeah, or like you're playing a game and you just like
it's true.
End up you get like just
we're trying. Sorry, we're not trying to convince you, Todd.
No, I'm not changing my mind because
you were wrong, and we need you to see that.
No.
You know what? We're gonna take a break, and we're just gonna use that break to convince you of that.
So you're good at things.
Let's see when we come back if I change my mind.
Yeah.
And we're back. Did it work?
Oh, my mind is completely changed. You guys had some really good points. Hats are stupid.
It should. I wrote an essay.
You took the wrong thing, Todd. Hats are not stupid.
Okay.
Stacy, I don't know why you said that. Gosh.
Yeah, sorry.
That was pretty out of left field from Stacy. Okay. We are running into round 2 full speed.
Let's do it.
Breakneck speeds. Okay. We have the feeling of being on top of your life versus watching the recording of a performance you did and actually liking it.
Ooh.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Being on top of your life.
Yeah.
On top of your life?
Yeah.
That's the logical answer, but somebody
it is nice.
Who is experiencing some life being bucked off of the life a little bit.
Where are you going?
Being bucked off of life a little bit.
Yeah.
That is a good question. Do you guys feel like you're on top of your life right now?
I mean,
I think I already just gave my
Nate doesn't, but
yeah.
Stacy, do you feel on top of your life right now?
I feel fine. I'm glad that the birthday parties are over.
Okay.
I'm fine.
I feel fine, okay?
I'm fine.
Let's not take any deeper, Adam.
Okay?
Yeah, Adam. Just real. Hey, you guys feel good about yourselves right now?
Yeah. Stacey, did you want to cry yourself to sleep tonight? That feels
like. Yeah, Nate. What don't you feel good about right now?
So,
don't worry, I've got tissues right here. Okay.
Felt on top of your life? I know you're voting for it,
but no. It's not everything is out of control. It's just
that's good.
Things are less under control in some aspects. Yeah.
So
Thanks for the reminder, Adam.
Moving on. All right. We have up next. When you have a big event or vacation that you're looking forward to.
Yes.
Versus avoiding a sunburn.
Dang it. These are
Well,
great.
that one's easy.
Nate going.
1. Big vacation.
Are you the only one that voted, Stacy?
I don't think we voted yet.
3,
Did you vote?
2, 1. Vacation.
Vacation.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did vote without you guys.
It was just very funny to hear Nate be like, "Oh man, these are stupid," and then Stacey's like, "No, we're good." Yeah. Okay.
Maybe it's not getting sunburned.
Maybe.
On a vacation that
there
you
it is.
planned.
That's the combo we needed.
Looking forward to not being sunburned.
That is
the combo.
Looking forward to not being sunburned. Todd gets it.
Okay.
Yes.
Next up, we have ChatGPT versus driving when there's nobody else on the road.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Driving.
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Sorry, Nate. We are really
That's okay.
voting you out of
That's
this
fine.
one. Yeah.
You know,
I
everything's
also,
totally under control in my life. So
Yeah.
I did have
I'm
a.
on top of everything.
Oh no!
Maybe if you had your life more together, you would be answering these correctly.
Maybe if you use ChatGPT, you could get your life together.
Want to know what it feels like? Go ask ChatGPT how to get my life under control.
You should.
Oh my gosh! I did have a recent little session with Stacy where I really hyped up ChatGPT for about a good hour.
Oh
so
my God.
I think that's why I keep voting it through. I'm like, it's amazing. Yeah.
It is incredible.
I really prepped her for this week.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Last of the Elite Eight.
Okay.
When you establish a new friend group versus being great at something on the first try. I'm going to rewrite this one.
Just being great.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the first one again?
Establishing a friend group.
A new friend group.
Whew. Okay.
3, 2, 1. Establishing a new friend group.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, I didn't even need to rewrite that one because it's not going.
Yeah, it's not going through.
I wanted you to put the work in.
Okay. I think I said I had it written weird where I said being great on something on the first try. Okay. Final four. Here we go.
Okay.
The feeling of being on top of your life.
That's a good one. Well, that one's through again.
What's the other one that I'm going to vote for, Adam?
When you have a big vacation or event that you're looking forward to. I'm locked in.
Oh man!
It's not that I've never had control. It's just starting to relate right now.
Oh no!
3, 2, 1.
Vacation.
In control.
That time I just wanted to be.
I can't have Adam look me in the eyes again and say,
Stacy. Do you feel like you're in a never-ending spiral of?
Oh man!
Okay,
must be nice.
They're just saying that the sensation is nice, not that they necessarily have.
Yeah, we liked it.
Oh yeah, my life is in shambles. It just would be.
Right, yeah.
I have the argument.
Nice.
People are paying for your dinner, Todd. Okay.
Yeah. Last year, those two.
Okay, we have ChatGPT versus when you establish a new friend group.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Friend group.
ChatGPT.
Oh man,
that's the only friend that I need.
Yeah.
I did
ask ChatGPT how to establish a new friend group.
I did see a very funny meme recently that was like my friend group in like 2015, my friend group in 2020, and then it just like keeps shrinking. And then the last year was this year, and it just says ChatGPT.
ChatGPT.
That's hilarious.
Okay. Here we are at our final round.
Yeah, we are.
We have, oh my gosh, the feeling of being on top of your life.
Okay.
Versus establishing a new friend group.
This one's genuinely difficult, even though I've been joking this whole time. Those are both really excellent.
Really good feelings. Yeah.
I don't think that one actually made it through, though.
What? Friend
if you
group?
do a rewatch, I think that Nate and I voted for the other thing besides being on top of your life.
Really? You guys went with vacation?
I did.
Oh. Nate, did you go with vacation?
I did, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Stace, I swear you
I thought you guys voted for the other one.
Oh,
okay.
when I said I can't have Adam look me in the eye again and ask me if I feel on top of my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was okay.
Oh, wow.
I can't handle this emotional roller coaster. Did I lose? Actually, I don't have things together.
Here we are in our final round.
We need referees here.
We have...
Watch the playback.
Yeah. When you have a big event or vacation that you're looking forward to versus establishing a new friend group.
Both are also great here.
Yeah, these are really great ones. So, Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Friend group.
New friend group.
Oh.
And Todd, you have been voted on.
That is very true.
I thought that was going to be the case.
Oh man, I'm actually surprised that you guys went with that over a vacation or a big event. You guys seem like two real big event vacation people.
Oh yeah. But
yeah, we are. You're not wrong.
True. Yeah. No, it was a tough matchup, but I think of actually like there are like two distinct friend groups in the past like 5 or 6 years that I didn't help establish, but just actually one of them I think I was like part of establishing. The other one I was just thankfully brought along, and I'm just like, man, good friend groups. They can really make it, you know?
Yeah.
They're just so special.
Have you guys been like the one to like organize a friend group? Like where you're like, you and you, we're all going to be friends now and we're all going to hang out. Like people that were like independent from each other and you just like bring them all together.
I organized my mom library friend group.
Wow.
Oh, fun.
I collected all the numbers and then we started a like group chat and then we all started like
Stace, that is awesome.
Yeah, thank you. I was proud of myself.
It's cool. That's a skill.
Yeah,
that's like some real human stuff.
It's not actually really one of my skills. I'm not great at making new friends unless I already have one friend established and then I can. But this time I really went out of my way.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
I would say most common it's like oh, hey, you and I have mutual friends with this other person. And this other friend has mutual friends. Like
I like that
we
too.
Would like to, we would probably get along well together. Let's just get together, but not necessarily like I know all 5 of you, and I'm gonna bring you all together.
Yeah.
Which
that
again,
was
props to you,
the only
Stacy.
time I'd done that, and it was nice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's nice.
Yeah,
that is nice.
What about you, Adam?
Well, I mean,
this was one of your favorite things, so it must have happened.
The obvious one here is that. Is this podcast? But yeah,
real,
I do feel like I fill that role a lot is just like inviting people to stuff and trying to
gathering.
Yeah, gathering. I'm a gatherer.
Todd, we'll see if you come back another time. Yeah.
Oh, this was a test. Dang it.
Yeah, this was.
And you've passed with flying colors.
Yeah, you have.
We are constantly looking for Nate's replacement, so that's what I'll
literally.
I was wondering. He messaged me and said, "Hey, are you bald? We need a bald guy." I didn't know what he was talking about, but now it makes sense. He said a bald guy who isn't afraid of
facial
the sun.
hair.
Yeah, me and Stacy really fill every other demographic, and we just really need the bald community is what we need.
Dang it. Well, congratulations, Todd. I'm very happy for you. Your witty banter and comebacks are truly top notch.
Perfectly timed, some might say.
Instantaneous.
And now it's the perfect time to do a little bit of plugs. Todd, where can they find you?
You can find me on YouTube at Fishing Circle. One word, like fishing the thing, the sport, circle the shape. Don't ask why, that's what it is.
They are very professional edited vlogs of fishing that are very good, very informative.
Ooh,
I was
looking
saying
at it now,
mic,
videos
but
by
I'll say
state. I'm excited.
I'll say it now that I don't even really like fishing, but I really enjoy watching Todd's videos. I really actually think they're very fun.
Sounds like you have a stalker,
excited for this.
Todd. That's cute.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit of one.
I'm just going to say I hate everything about fishing, but you know what I do like? Todd in his videos.
Just skip the fishing parts, and there's little glimpses of me just talking on camera.
Those are my favorite.
It is that joy of like just watching someone do something that they absolutely love doing. I think that's the fun of it for me, is just because I can tell how much he loves it while he's doing it and how excited he gets. And it's just fun to see that, I think. Yeah. I don't know. You can also follow Stacy at StaceFace886 or Health Coach Stacy G if you're looking to get swole this holiday season.
Yes.
New Year's is coming up. So
sure is.
Get those resolutions into her and she'll make your dreams come true.
So, yes.
Wow.
You can also
making dreams come true.
Nate at the Ghost Town, which is the Nate Van.
Yeah, my profile pic is just a tumbleweed, so.
Ooh, I like
that. You can follow me at primarily I don't even care about my own social media anymore. Just follow Fighting Favorites. Just go over to Fighting Favorites.
Yeah.
Just follow Fighting Favorites. TikTok or Instagram or YouTube or Reddit. And Facebook. And also just send in your favorite things to us and we'll put them on the show. FightingFavorites@gmail.com. Well, we have talked about a lot of my favorite things this week, but you know what my favorite thing is? Actually, hold up. Stacy, do you feel like you're on top of your life?
My favorite thing is making my friends cry while on video.
Go have a good cry and take a good sleep.
Take a good nap. Bye. See you, everybody.
Tell your friends about our show. Whew. Just wanted to get that in before you turned off the episode. Just turn to someone nearby and play a little game called Have You Ever Listened to Fighting Favorites? And a couple weeks pass, and before you know it, you're both just laughing and gabbing away about the latest episode. What I'm really offering is a chance to emotionally connect with that person. You're welcome. Also, please submit your favorite things to FightingFavorites@gmail.com. You could give us one thing, a whole list, and we'll put it on our show. Also, go ahead and follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, pretty much anywhere you are doing social media these days. And you can follow us on Reddit too at r/FightingFavorites and have discussions with other people about the podcast or just about some of your favorite things. And while you've got your phone out, go ahead and follow us on your podcast app and you can get the episode directly downloaded into your feed. Leave us a review on Spotify, Amazon, Apple Podcasts, and if you write a review on Apple Podcasts, be sure to include your favorite thing in the review, and we'll see if it has what it takes to battle it out against other people's favorite things on our Fighting Fridays poll. That's it. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.